I was
Hello, hello.
hello Hector. Are you going home?
How are you doing? Yes, I'm driving. Of course, in a safely way, but I'm driving.
Okay. All right. So yesterday I was asking your classmates, Lisandro, which career they studied at university, right?
Mhm.
And why they made the decision to study that career. What did you study at the university, Lisandro?
International relations.
Okay, and why did you make the decisions to study that career?
I like this career because it's a mix of different subjects,
Mhm.
but the main one in my case was the economy. To be like a political an analyst, but focus on international economies and international relations.
All right.
Because most of the people think that when you study foreign affairs, it's because you want to become a diplomat. But in my
Mm-hmm.
case, no, I was focused on economy, which is what I like.
Okay. Was it your first option?
Well, no, the second option was economy.
Uh-huh.
So
Okay.
I had the two options, but at the end, I decided to start foreign affairs.
Mm. Did you receive any advice in order to make the decision,
Yes,
in order to know which career to study?
I'm for that. I'm 100%. I really recommend that. Whenever you have a doubt, for like what to study, I really suggest to take that kind of test,
Mm-hmm.
psychological test, I guess.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So they will tell you what are your skills and what career will work for better for you. So that's what I did, and the
Okay.
career I found it easy, because when you study what you like, I think it's easy.
Okay. And how long did it take you to finish?
Well, it was at Universidad El Salvador, so it was 5 years in my career for my pension, and then 2 years in thesis. So it was 7 years.
Did you fail a subject during the career?
A subject, if I
Did
feel.
you fail? Did you fail a
Ah,
subject during the career?
yes. The problem was that I had a class that started at 3:40 p.m. and
Mm-hmm.
and the work that I used to have back in that time, I finished at 3:30. So I got only 10 minutes to move from my job to the university. So my teacher in that moment, she didn't
Yeah.
like people attending late at university. So what she did was like I was basically absent, for her.
Okay.
So that's why I didn't pass the grade.
All right. So yesterday we were talking about these aspects that sometimes uh, influence uh, our choice in order to make a decision and say, okay, I'm going to study this career, right? So in your case, Lisandro, which aspects do you think are the most significant ones that maybe influence the decisions to study that career, the one you studied?
Okay, the first one for me, and I think should be the most important, is the skills and abilities.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you cannot study something that you know that you are not good, at.
Yeah.
And because that's going to be a big problem, and that happens to many people. They just hear, oh, I want to study that career, but they know that maybe they are not that good in mathematics or I don't know, any kind of subject like
Mm-hmm.
that. So for me, the most important one among these ones should be skills and abilities.
Okay. Skills and abilities, and because it says that you need to choose the three most significant
Oh,
aspects, right? So the second one,
But when you put there education, what does it mean?
location maybe
No,
it's
education.
convenient for you because it's near your house or your job.
No, Jaime. I was asking about education.
Education.
Mhm.
Eh, maybe if we focus on your maybe if we focus on your background studies, maybe you studied a certain a, a, a certain course in high school, so
Okay.
like that.
So
Mhm.
in that case, I will choose as the second one, values and motivation. I think it's important to have a great motivation before you start a career. And also the third one will be education, taking into account
Education.
what you mentioned, to see what's your background.
Okay. All right. Good. All right. Which aspect do you think, guys? And this is a question for everyone. Which aspect do you think is the less significant?
Luck,
Maybe look,
luck,
Maybe what?
luck.
look,
Luck,
luck.
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 Hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Well, but sometimes some people make random decisions when they are going to do something at the university, right? So, mhm. Okay, luck. And what about gender? Do you think that there are certain careers for men or for women, or some careers that men should study and some careers that women should study?
When you're a man, I think you don't
Nowadays,
have
no.
these kind of things. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But for a woman, I think they check that, because I think it's
For
more important.
example, guys, nursery. What do you think about nursery? Because in old times, nursery was pretty much only for women, but now I've seen some men who are nurse. So
Me
what do
too.
you think about that? What do you think about that?
I think it's okay, teacher, because you can see now the world is changed, and the perjury, I don't know how the word perjury how
Uh,
changed.
which word?
Uh,
Ah,
perjury
uh, yes. You mean pursue?
pursue has changed.
Pursue. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, about that career, because because the men maybe said no, that is a career for only women, but now everyone can choose that career. It's also with the women can choose a mechanic career.
Okay.
The change has the world has changed.
Okay. For example, guys. Well, I don't know any case, right? But uh, when a person decides to study um, um, something related to avionic, right? And maybe the person wants to become a pilot. I have never seen a woman who is a pilot. Never.
There is a lot of women, of
I have a
women.
friend, teacher.
I have
Yeah.
friends
Really?
here, that
Yeah, I have a
they are
friend.
pilots.
You
I
have a
find
friend, Marlon?
I have to talk with some pilots that are women, and they are incredible.
Okay.
One time, I took a flight where the pilot and the second pilot, I don't know
Mm-hmm.
what's
The
The
first
pilot.
officer.
they both were women, and then most of the tripulants, they were females as well. So it was a flight operated
Really?
by females, pretty much.
Okay. All right.
I flew with a
Hector, what about flight attendant? Is that job only for women?
No,
Well,
not more.
I don't really used to work with flight attendants, maybe, but today there is a lot of men that are working as a flight crew. It's different.
Okay.
Uh,
Mhm.
if we compare with the past.
Okay. All right. Well, guys, let's move to our second exercise. Okay, can you please, Manuel, read the instructions, number 2?
First, match the grammar structures box with examples of how they are used to give advice.
Okay,
Uh,
to give advice, all right? So we
okay.
have modal verbs, we have question, had better, second conditional, and imperative. Okay, you studied all of these structures previously, all right? Don't tell me no, all right? Okay, so let's focus on the first one. Okay, letter A. If I were in your position, I would go for a career in IT. So what's that? Is that a
Second,
modal
It is
verb,
a second
question,
conditional.
had better, imperative, or second conditional?
second conditional.
Second
It's a
conditional.
second conditional. Okay, it's a second conditional. Is it okay, guys, to say if I was?
No.
No.
Why
No.
not?
I think that's the only exception when you are talking about a second conditional. You have to change that verb to where.
Yes, because we are
But that's
talking
an
about a
exception.
hypothetical situation, right? Okay, so if I were you, if I were in your position, okay. All right, so the first one is a second conditional, right?
Second
Okay,
condition.
can you please, Edwin, are you there?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay, Edwin, can you please read letter B?
Okay, letter B.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you consider moving to a different country to get a job?
Okay, what's that?
Question.
A question.
Okay,
W
obviously,
question.
right? Okay, okay. That's a question. Okay, why don't you consider moving to a different country to get a job? All right. Letter C. Let's see, Hector Lopez.
Okay, you'd better think what your strength and weakness
Yeah,
what
weakness.
your strength and weakness are before making any career choices.
Okay, what's that?
A recommendation.
Yeah, a
Yes.
recommendation.
Okay, but if we follow the
Had
structure,
better. Had
had
better.
better.
Had better.
Okay, had better.
Had better.
You'd better. So you had better. Okay, all right. Letter D, Johnny.
Try asking people around before deciding what you want to do.
Okay,
That is imperative.
imperative. How do you know this is an imperative?
One by one, hermano. One by one.
Sorry.
What was the question, teacher?
Okay. Why do you know this is an imperative?
Um, I don't know. I don't know how reply the question.
You say that this is an imperative. So how do you know it?
Mm. Because I think the other person tell you something about you need to do, or Maybe, I don't know.
Okay. Guys, how do you know that this is an imperative?
Maybe about
I
the
think
word
that
should.
you need to use should, must,
But you're not using
right, in order
should
to
right here.
get the sentence
Oh,
imperative.
we're talking about letter D. You don't have should, you don't have must.
Yes, I think that is modal verbs.
You think it's a modal verb.
Yes,
Okay.
because if that is imperative to use should, must, all right, in order to get the sentences imperative.
Yes, but Edwin, we are talking about letter D. Try asking people around.
Okay.
I ask people.
Marlon?
Well, I think that is because you have like a recommendation
It's an
that,
advice.
yeah, or advice that is try asking people, and then you have a question. What do you want to do?
Okay. Your answers don't still convince me, guys.
What about modal verbs?
Huh?
What about modal verbs?
Other verbs.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, it's not a modal verb.
No, it's not a modal verb.
Because modal verb is the
It's
last.
not. It's
Yeah.
an imperative.
I don't remember any of this right now. I swear. I'm just trying to guess.
Isidro?
Johnny has the correct answer, but maybe any one of us knows the answer.
Maybe because I don't
Look,
know. Maybe
all the
is for advice or
all
instruction.
the sentences have a subject, right? But letter D doesn't have a subject.
Okay, yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
that is
so
it.
that's
That,
why
yeah.
it's an imperative. For imperatives, we never use a subject
Okay, okay.
because the imperative
Okay.
is directly to the person we're talking to. Okay, so we say the verb, okay, at the beginning without any subject. So, and letter E obviously is a modal verb. You have right there should. Okay, you should look for a job that you would be passionate about. All right. Are you guys passionate about what you do at work,
It's my case, yes.
Yes.
or you do it because you have to?
No.
I love what I do, but I don't like my boss. Those are two very different things.
Okay.
I love my job. For that reason, you always watch me on my office.
In
All
my
right.
case, no.
You don't like your job, Johnny.
No, when I started to work here in this undertaking, I don't know how sell something to the customer. I have to learn in that company. So I choose the work because I see a good opportunity to earn more money.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Guys, I don't know if you already opened this file on Schoology.
No.
Okay, go to Schoology,
No.
please, and write down next to the example the grammar structure, right? If it is modal verb, if it is had better, if it is a question, if it is second conditional. It's inside the same folder, right? Week number 2 is the second guide for week number 2.
Unconventional career advice.
Yes, that one.
Okay. Done.
You already have the program I told you, right, to download.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me know when you're done. Just the second exercise, guys. Did you finish?
Second one,
Just the second exercise, yes. The
yeah, the
grammar,
one that
giving
we
advice.
yeah, we just checked. The red
Yeah.
part.
Yes.
What exercise teacher what number?
Just the exercise 2.
Ah, okay.
All right.
Math,
Finish, right?
yeah,
Yes.
math.
Okay. All right. Now let's move to the third exercise, right? I'm going to create a small rooms, right? So you can discuss these scenarios, right? So use the phrases from above. So these are the phrases you're gonna use, okay? In order to give some advice. So you're going to use modal verbs. Well, the second conditional, you can use had better, you can ask a question, you can use imperative, all right? In order to give some advice for the following situations. Okay, can you please, Lisandro, read the first situation?
Yes. What's career that doesn't require too much effort, no degrees, and still won't leave you mentally, physically, or financially miserable?
Okay. What about the second situation, Marlon?
Okay. Um, should I make a safe career choice or take a risk in
Pursue,
passion
pursue,
in
pursue,
pursue,
pursue.
pursue, and pursue my passion?
Okay, my passion. Okay.
My
The third situation, Manuel.
Okay, the third. My husband told me I should make my dream, modeling, a hobby, instead of trying to make it a career.
Okay, all right. The next situation, Hector Alvarez. Alvarez. Okay. Lopez. Hector
Yeah.
Lopez.
Okay. Good. Let me. The third situation or the fourth.
Yes, no, it's the fourth one.
Okay. Is it all right if I choose game design as a future career if I'm not into video games?
Okay, all right. Frank, are you there?
Yes,
Okay. Read the next one.
I'm thinking about dropping out of college to develop myself as a composer and transform this hobby into my
Into my
career.
career. Okay, and the last one, what should I do if my wife wants to make a career change I don't agree with right now? I don't agree with right now. Okay, so this is what you're going to discuss, right? Um, and I want you to give some advice, right? And use when discussing, try to use modal verbs, questions, had better, imperatives, or the second conditional, all right? And then we are going to discuss these scenarios as a class, all right?
All right.
Ooh, very few people.
Friday, remember?
Yeah, but I thought it happened only at speak, right?
But remember, bars are open now, so
Yes.
Friday.
Okay.
Give a point, teacher.
An extra point.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what method we use, right? You follow, right, the same pattern. Okay, join. Hey, Hector, what happened?
Teacher, I'm here, man. Come on. Hello, teacher. I'm waiting here in Zoom. Thank you so much. Bye.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Okay.
Charlie,
Hello, Lissandro. How are you, man?
how are you?
Friday.
Friday. Ah, okay. What are you thinking about?
Some delivery teacher. That is my emotion for this day. But well, we're ready,
Okay.
teacher.
All right. So, what's a career that doesn't require too much effort? No degrees still won't leave you mentally, physically, or financially miserable.
YouTuber.
Eh, let's see, Carlos Group. What do you have? What's your point of view?
Come on, Jonathan.
What's your point of view for the first one, for the first situation?
We have you should be a YouTuber or influencer if you don't want to waste much effort.
Do you think that being a YouTuber or influencer doesn't require effort?
Depends of.
No.
I think it's even harder, you know.
Why are you like this, teacher?
Because if you want to be a YouTuber, you have to know about the video edition, social networks. You need to know something if you want to be a good YouTuber.
But
Yeah.
could be sometime maybe you like to do, because the people made that video is because like to do that instead of to work in a simple job.
You can spend 2 or 3 hours in YouTube watching videos to edit your videos, and you can develop that in maybe 2 or 3 days. But if you study a career, you need more than that. You need 5 years, 7 years. Studying a career is harder than be a YouTuber, of course. You can be a YouTuber at maybe 16 years old. You can do it, a YouTuber. You
can be.
Yeah, you can be.
And can receive money for that video.
Of course.
If you study, you need to study 5 years before you work in that area and earn.
To have your license to.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see, Lisandro, would you like to say something?
I think there's like what we were saying. If you don't want to put any kind of effort, I mean,
you have three options.
Sugar mama.
Yes.
Sugar daddy.
Sugar daddy, pool dancer.
Prostitution.
Prostitution, yes, that will be the easiest one. But I mean, for even to be a YouTuber, you need to put a lot of effort. You know, like they mentioned, you need to know about edition and you have to be all the time looking for content. You know?
Sound equipment.
Okay.
So the question doesn't make any sense at all. Yes, the problem was the question.
Yeah. Okay. What do you think, Carlos, about the first situation?
I think that if we see some YouTubers from El Salvador, like for example, Fernand Flo, I knew it yesterday, that case, because this guy that is a person from, I think from San Salvador, and he's only like 18 years. In 2018, teacher, he was earning like $150,000 per month for being a YouTuber. And that was, imagine. So I think that we don't need to see at minor some careers, right? Being a YouTuber is a good profession, I think.
Yeah, but I mean, it's what we're discussing, right? Being a YouTuber requires some effort as well, right? It's not that easy.
Exactly.
Right?
Moreover, how long can you live as a YouTuber?
Well, if you earn.
Hey, Carlos, Hey, you are in my team, man. You have to support me.
Ah,
What
sorry,
happened
man,
to you,
I didn't
man?
hear you.
Hey,
I
man.
was, I was in my cell phone, sorry. But yeah, Marlon have the reason.
Okay.
Because
Hey,
yes.
Carlon, what happened with you?
Because yes,
Sorry, Jonathan.
Because yeah,
All right,
because
let's
yes,
move to the second one. Should I make a safe career choice to take a risk and pursue my passion? Should I make a safe career choice or to take a risk and pursue my passion? Hmm.
Good question.
good question. But you better study
But
a career
what
that
about
is
if your passion, if you really want to study, is not profitable? I mean, what would you do?
if your
study
passion
something proud.
Mm-hmm.
if
Tell
your
me, tell
passion
me.
is being a YouTuber, go ahead.
To study something profitable and do what you like as a hobby, I don't know, or in your spare time, because we have passion as humans, but as beings, but if we're not going to make a living on what we like or what we love, then we're going to be miserable. And I don't think that there are few people that have the opportunity to do what they like, or and to make and to earn a good money from there. So if you are one of those look persons that look people that luck
Lucky,
people
lucky
that
person.
Lucky.
can do what
Mm-hmm.
they like and earn, that's some sort of miracle. More if we're talking about nowadays. But I think that you can divide your time, or you can have two lives, and I mean your professional life and your spare time. Do what you like, and it won't make you I don't know, a bad person or something. So I think you can do both,
Mm-hmm.
and only you need to be pretty organized and maybe that, I think.
Okay. Guys, personally, what happened to me, right? I was studying arts at the beginning, right? And I never thought about becoming an English teacher, never. So because I didn't like it, right? It's like working at a school or working with kids. I mean, no, that's not for me, I said. Okay. So, but, and I changed my mind because I realized that um, becoming an artist was not profitable. I mean, at least here in El Salvador, it's not. Okay, so that's why I changed my mind. So I made the decision to study English, right? So at the beginning, I didn't like it, but eventually I did.
Yeah,
So,
that's right.
okay.
But what
So
you
at the
what you
beginning, it
also
was not my passion. Now it is, right? Yes, Lisandro?
I think you are so right with that because that was gonna be my opinion. I think when you live in a country that offer you all the opportunities, to absorb, all kind of careers, you could be safe, studying arts, but it has to be done in a different country. But like what you said, here in El Salvador, I mean, that's not gonna happen anytime soon,
Yeah.
and which is sad, but this is part of the disadvantages that we have living in a poor country, where
Mm-hmm.
most of the people study the same careers, and then you don't see any policy that comes from the government to direct you, go for this way, or try this way, and we can, we will have a policy to help you in the future. Nobody is taking any action, to control that. Everyone is studying the same careers. We just see business administration, you see accountabilities, I don't know, pretty much it's the same, and nobody's taking action, you know, against that.
Yeah. Okay. Any other opinion, or we move on?
I think you better study a career that allows you earn money, and then you could think about developing your passion. Because it's my case, for example,
Mm-hmm.
I love sports, especially soccer, but I ended up studying accounting. So I
Okay.
work as an accountant, but right now I'm uh, studying online a course in journalism focused on sports. So I think that in some time I could achieve my passion, or maybe, as Hector said, in my free time, uh, I mean, write a blog, or making a podcast, for example, something like that.
Yeah.
So I think you could do both things.
Okay. All right. The third one. Word. My husband told me I should make my dream modeling a hobby instead of trying to make it a career. So, what do you think?
Yes, why not?
Mm-hmm. Yes, Alvarez?
He's mute. You know, I think that is an easy one. You know, where when you see a lot of models, you know, just working as models, and then they are also professionals, you know, female professionals. So I think or that happened, you know, with the beauty pageants. You know, they are they are lucky because they are they are beautiful, but also they have a career, you know, because if you're thinking about modeling as a career, you know, that career is going to end as long as you turn 30, maybe. So what's going to happen next?
Yeah.
And then if you have a career, you know, that's going to last until you die. So, but you know, sometimes you can have modeling as a hobby, and then you at the same time can study a career.
Carlos
Okay.
has a good answer for that.
You can also teach her how to, you can make your hobby a little earn for your house, right? You can not could be the your 100% of time that you dedicate at a professional life, but you can, for example, do this modeling work at Saturday, for example, right? And you can earn
Mm-hmm.
some. And if you have luck and you approach the opportunity, you can see if this could be your professional career, right?
Okay. Good. Anybody else?
So I believe here she needs to ask her about what is better to her, is model or a career, because it's like Lisandro said, model is her dream, but not all life can do that because the 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 age, no, no, when she is when she will be 35, she
Yeah. Or
doesn't model, but a career, yes, she can work for whole life with a career.
so you need to think about the future, right? Because once you
Yeah,
get older, you're not that beautiful, right?
yes,
Eh,
yes,
so and if modeling is the only thing
But you
For a
can do.
year.
you do, so I think if it would be a, a
A problem
miserable,
for a problem
yeah,
for her husband.
problem. Uh-huh.
For her husband.
Another another thing that with a career, for example, be a model and a designer, for example,
Mm-hmm.
maybe know about how to make dresses or something, and combined with the modeling, it could be a good combination to try to do both things at the same time.
Okay.
Also create your own company about
Brand.
model.
Yes, yes.
All right. Okay, good. So what about the next one? Is it all right if I choose game design as a future career if I'm not into video games?
Mm,
What would you suggest? Or what would you
I
say?
think it's
What's
not
your point of view?
necessary to know too much about video games. Uh, maybe try to know what the people want to play is enough to try to design a good video game.
Okay. But guys, I mean, this situation reminds me of my situation. At the beginning, I was not into teaching, right? So eventually, uh, I liked it. So don't you think that this person can start this career and eventually, I mean, during this process, during the career, the person would like it?
Yeah.
Yeah, pro- probably.
No?
But
There might
but
be
the
some
thing is that
exceptions, but it's not the the case in general. I mean, most of the people that start studying something that they don't like, they ended up
We.
hating, the career at the end, or
Mhm.
the kind of job, that they do. So that could be a problem.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, I support the opinion of Lisandro, but I think, for example, in the game design, you not need to be, for example, an addict, for example, of video games. If you like la programación, how do you say that?
Programming.
Eh,
Programming, for example, you can
Programming.
not only do video games, you can do a lot of things, right? Um, that's the reason why for example, in the bank, I noticed that there are a lot of persons that study technology or computers because they start playing video games, right? And that was the beginning of the professional career. It could be the exact, but in in the other way, right?
Okay.
In the problem is programming is a struggle because you need to think a lot of about how do the movement about the game and all of that. And sometimes could be difficult someone if don't like that career could be worse.
But I think in my life, because I study business administration, but I work in like accounting, so you can learn
Okay.
in the process. You can learn in the process
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
investment.
yeah, because you can took
And it's
like
a
a
lot
course.
of money. That is important thing.
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, no, 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 it's important thing.
Well, but
Okay. All
yeah,
right. Yes, Marlon.
but the idea is like if you want to study something that maybe you are don't have much information, or maybe you are not, or do you have someone to support you, but if you are interested, you can look for information, and if you are look forward to study that, you can learn. So
Mm-hmm.
it's not a
Exactly.
problem. It's not a problem.
I mean, that's the thing that because um, maybe uh, you can know like a lot of information about the field, right, or the career, uh, but maybe you don't like it, or the other way around. Okay, so but I think it's more difficult. It's worse if you don't like it, and if you don't know anything about it. So I think it's even worse. Okay.
Okay.
All right. The next one. I'm thinking about dropping out of college to develop myself as a composer and transform this hobby into my career. Mm-hmm.
Same situation. It depends on the country where you live, because here that wouldn't be a good option.
Okay.
It
Yeah.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what Lisandro says is important, but I think that it doesn't matter where do you live, because to become a musician is not just because you like music. You need to have
But it depends
Yeah,
some
but
on
I mean,
knowledge.
in
because
some
in
other
El
countries, you have
Salvador,
more opportunities, right?
I mean, but you create
of
lyrics and
Yeah,
course,
you
of
be able to
course.
sell it, But I
but if
mean,
you're not good as a
provide
musician, for example, what happens
But
if that's your
there is
case?
not a specific development in here in El Salvador about some
exactly
some dreams of us. For example, in
as a
Europe, if you
composer,
want to be a
you think that
musician,
you
you go
want to
to
sell.
a conservatory.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we here in El Salvador don't have like the culture like support where the musician or the artist. We prefer like the other trends, other artists. But if someone here in El Salvador try to compose music, try to show like a painting or something like that, we don't support. We prefer other kind of things. That is the other problem. Maybe
Yeah.
in maybe like in Mexico they have this kind of music banda that all that kind of music, and
Bleh, bleh.
the person, yeah, but the person support, and that is the like the main point here. Like if here in El Salvador support the
Cumbia.
yeah, cumbia, I don't know, other kind of music, maybe it was different for the artist here, but it's not the point here.
Maybe for that reason that Marlon said a long time before, the musician had a good environment here because maybe at the past, El Salvador support most that kind of genres.
Okay. Do you have a friend, guys, who is a musician?
Yes.
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 I do have some friends, and they make music. I mean, they are not popular, and probably they don't want to be popular, right? Because of the kind of music they make, right? But mm, I mean, they make money. Maybe it's not a big deal, but they survive.
I can imagine that. But they can live plenty with that.
Okay. All right, right quick, the last one, because it's almost time. What should I do if my wife wants to make a career change I don't agree with right now?
He just need to shut his mouth.
I think go to the kitchen.
I mean, it's his choice. You're supposed to support your partner or your wife or whatever, and as long as she's happy with that, I mean,
You need
who
to
cares?
support it.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. So if you if you were this person, okay, so you would support.
Yes, absolutely. Even
Yeah.
if
Yes.
you don't like it.
Yeah, of course.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you can give some suggestions, try to change his mind, but
Hmm.
and it's gonna
But
be
at the end, it's not your
not my
decision,
decision.
right? Uh-huh.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. Good. Okay, guys. So we finished our first week. Well, your first week, your first week with me, right?
Okay.
Right.
The classes are better, teacher. Ah, sorry, we are being recorded by Stick, right?
Yes, you're being recorded. You're being recorded, Carlos.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay, next week we're gonna have our exam that is gonna be based on what we have studied, right? Vocabulary, the expressions. Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay,
teacher.
perfect.
Okay, perfect.
But I'll let you know, right? I'll let you know in advance.
Okay.
Okay, let's go over the attendance. Okay, Hector Alvarez.
Kind of present.
Okay. Jonathan Cruz.
Present.
Manuel Gomez.
Present.
Freddy Enriquez. Missing.
Mr. the verb.
Okay, Marlon Hernandez.
Present.
Hector Lopez. Hector Lopez.
You are mute.
It's in mute, teacher.
I am
But he's
here.
there.
Ah, okay. Hector, you're not in class.
It's just carrying from the bottom of the.
Okay. All right. Gilberto Martinez. I don't know who this guy
Someday
is.
we're gonna know it.
Okay, all right. Mario Mejia, missing. Bea Mendoza, missing. Jose Montano, missing. Jose Ramirez, missing.
Have a meeting.
You will say you didn't say
Okay.
his name.
All right. Lisandro Ramos.
Present.
Okay. Ana Rivas. Okay. Missing. Francisco Salazar.
Present.
Carlos Santos.
Hello, teacher.
It's not here,
Okay,
teacher.
and
It's at
Edwin
the back.
Vasquez. Edwin Vasquez missing, right?
Yes, I'm here.
Ah, okay. Edwin. I
am
didn't
here.
hear your
Present.
voice today.
Okay.
Yes.
You
One
didn't speak today. Okay. All right, guys. So I hope you have a great weekend, and I'll see you on Monday.
Thank you, Jaime.
Okay, teacher.
Thank you,
Thank you,
teacher.
teacher.
Thank you.
See you
Bye-bye.
on Monday.
Thank you. See
Bye.
you.
Here,
Bye-bye.
guys. See you Monday.
Bye, teacher. Thank you for all.
Bye-bye. All
Bye,
right. You're
teacher.
welcome.
Thank you for all is a good is bad way to say it, right? It doesn't exist in English, right? Or yeah.
Thank you for everything.
Thank you for everything.
Thank
Perfect.
you. Thank you for
Yeah.
everything.
Okay. All right.
Good night. Good night.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.